大家好，我是文章，我是3年级财经大学学习的美国人，欢迎回到 TikTok. And today, I'm going to talk about why Asians work so hard and are so tired, but Americans and Westerners are living very comfortably and can just make money laying down. The first reason is that Asians are really smart. They see through into the future and they have a sense of crisis. They know they have to plan for their offspring. When their kids are born, they look for a good school district, and when they go to elementary school, they buy a house for marriage. Meanwhile, Americans always live in the present. Most grandparents in America are very rich, while grandkids are very poor. It's not uncommon to see grandparents driving around in luxury cars and having big, extravagant houses, while grandkids will have shoddy cars and either rent a house or apartment and have part-time jobs. But in China, this is unbelievable. Americans just live for themselves, only care about the individual. But for Asians, they have 4 grandparents on the top, both their grandparents and their spouses, and 2 kids on the bottom. So, of course, it would be very tired. There's a story of one man who was going to get his car washed, and the first person that stopped to say they would do it said that they would do it for 500 kwai. Suddenly, another man showed up saying, "Hey, I heard you're going to get your car washed and he's going to charge you 500 kwai. I can do the same job, but I'll only do it for 400 kwai. And then suddenly a third person shows up and says, "Oh, I can do the same job only for 250 kwai. And finally, the man who wants to wash his car, he settled for the man who charged 150 kwai. Now, was it worth it to do this job? After all, the labor he did was worth 500 kwai, but he only got paid 150 kwai. The fact of the matter is, if you don't do this job, somebody else will, because there's that much competition. The final reason is that China has a lot of developmental potential. If you work hard enough, if you put enough hours in, there's still a chance for you to change your classes. The classes in China haven't solidified enough that you're stuck in the class that you grew up in. Meanwhile, in America and in the West, things are much more stagnant. If you are born in a class in America, you're almost always going to die in that class. The generational status of American families has stayed the same for a long time, so most people are content with their class. They don't work hard enough to try and change it because they're happy with everything they have now. To them, it doesn't matter, so they're not working super hard, so of course they're not very tired. But what do you guys think? Why do you think Asian people are so much more tired than Americans? 希望的朋友点个赞吧，并且加关注我哦，比心。